I'm in a mental state if you want me to rant about health classes for a hot minute. 'Cause I hate them. Or maybe the one I had was just not great, if that makes sense. It's like, where the fuck does this come from? We'll get there. We'll get there, man. So when I was in high school, as a freshman, I had a health class, and they went over a bunch of things. The sexual education was mostly abstinence, but I remember, I think there was a section about eating disorders. Don't quote me, but like, there's this weird realization that like, yeah, like, here's these eating disorders, and they suck. Don't do them. But the question becomes, how do we not? Does that make sense? Oh, hi, welcome back. I'd give you this friendship blossom, but you already have a lot of them. I'll hang on to it for now. Okay, thank you. Does that make, like, we exist in a society that photoshops the hell out of models and crap, right? Makes them skinny as all hell. And then we enforce those photoshopped images as a beauty standard people have to naturally live up to. And we shame them for not living up to that standard. In fact, like, fat people are so fucking... It is just awful for them. Because, like, we're doing this because we care about you. No, you fucking don't. You just have this weird-ass superiority complex. And this leads into, like, eating disorders very easily. Because, you know, like... And the question becomes, how do you avoid it, in a way? You know? Because it's like... Part of the problem, I'd say, if it makes sense, is how people treat you when you're losing weight versus how they treat you when you gain weight. And, like, it quickly very much becomes a numbers game with the scale. You weigh yourself every fucking day. I don't know if I have an eating disorder, but I won't deny that I am probably experiencing disordered eating. Based on the fact that I've been purposefully eating, like, 2 sticks of string cheese and no lunch for months now because of my weight. Because, once again, my period just decided to fuck off one day. So I just started doing this to force myself back into a appropriate or healthier weight, quote unquote. And I look at that scale every day, and I'm anxious when I don't look at it. At least once a day. And that's not good. That's not healthy. And the stupid thing about health class is that you know that, but what the fuck are you supposed to do about that? Does that make sense? It's like, okay, eating disorder is bad. How do I avoid getting a fucking eating disorder when everyone's telling me I need to lose weight, and when I do lose weight, people are like, oh my god, you're losing weight, and then you start to fixate on you gaining weight and the parts of your body that you hate. The fuck are you supposed to do then? I don't know. I don't have the tools to handle that, which I feel like a health class should have given me, instead of, don't fucking do it. But do eat healthy and do manage your weight. You know, does that make sense? We live in a society that demands we be skinny and then mocks us for not being skinny or developing a flat-out ED. I don't know if I have reached that point, but I feel like I'm approaching it. Potentially. I just know I saw an animation about it, but I'm like, that tracks. Does that make sense? Oh, yay. Where are all these eggs coming from? 156 is a lot of eggs. Let's promise you a reward. Long live the egg. I'm going to shoot you. I'll do it. The fuck's a Kuratama pattern? You're with me. I don't know what I'm doing. My wife just forgot to give you shit. Like, we don't give people the tools to deal with things when things go bad. We just mansplain it and be like, that's bad, it'll go away, I promise. Just don't do it and you'll be fine. It's like, that's not how that works. I mean, some people are like, yeah, no, you're just being disciplined. It's like, I try not to count calories, but I'm fully aware of how many calories my breakfast is. And that's 108. I don't think 135 pounds is that bad, but at the same time, my brain doesn't like that I'm this weight. My brain looks at my stomach and is utterly repulsed by it. And I'm pretty sure my organs are just there. And that's the whole problem with that. Like, it's not gonna be flat. It might never be flat. And yet society says that it needs to be, and that I should be disgusted with it not being so, and I am. And that's not good. Like, I've been nauseous, I think, for the past few days, and I don't know if that's because I'm slowly entering bulimic territory because of how, or because my blood sugar is crap because of how little I eat. I don't know anymore. And maybe I'm just being anxious and overblowing my whatever. You know, like, I'm just catastrophizing this shit. But I feel like that should also have been something you deal with in fucking health class to be like, hey, this is how you don't become an anxious fucking mess over every little thing. But also, is it normal when your organs hurt and twitch? I don't know. But it happens. And sometimes I freak out about it, and other times I ignore the shit out of it. I'm not doing well, guys. God damn it. Where are you going? Did I give him a shit? I did. I think. Pretty sure. I think part of the reason they don't tell us this is because corporations that are able to lobby for this shit don't want people to know. Because they do want people to suffer from these things. They don't care about us, they only care if they can profit off of our suffering. And what we need in life. They can't sell you the cure to depression if you don't have depression. Does that make sense? And to make sure that you have depression, you gotta know how to... They can't let you know how to not get depression. They can't let you mentally be prepared for that shit. I haven't reached the point of bulimic, but that doesn't mean that I don't freak out that I think I will reach that point. I don't know, I mean, I'm probably just, like, mentally freaking myself out again. But at the same time, I feel like I should have as an adult, I should have been given the tools to deal with this shit instead of just figure it out on your own. It's a moral failing if you can't fucking do it. You know? A lot of society, especially in American society, is if you are suffering, it's a moral failing that you are not able to go through it. And I think it's because of that fucking prosperity gospel bullshit. If you are doing great, that's because God likes you. That sort of bullcrap. Or because you're a good I mean, no, it is because, quote-unquote, God likes you. And if you're suffering, well, it's the devil tempting you and challenging. Or God's challenging you, and you need to live up to the challenge. It's like, no. God, no, that's not what's happening, buddy. If God wanted me to live, why the fuck do I have depression? That kind of sounds like a huge fuck you to me. That's how I see it, at least. Holy shit! See how this goes? Damn! Damn! I didn't think it would all just do this so quickly. Holy hell. I thought it would take like days like it does on the outside. No, which is fucking instant. Whole thing's filled up right now. Holy hell. How am I holding it? I don't need to. That's why I have big challenges. Just gonna run into it. What else do I need to do? Caldera, go in the hole. This quest is gonna take months. Is this the hole? Or is this not the hole? No, yeah, this is the hole. Hold on. I gotta see how big challenges swims. Like, we create a society that sucks for everyone and then be like, oh, well, it's your fault if you're depressed. You shouldn't be depressed. It's a moral failing if you're depressed. Stop being depressed. You're such a fucking downer. You know, like that. And it's bullshit. Oh, here's a society where most of the food we create, we purposefully make unhealthy as possible. Because it's cheaper that way. But it's your fault if you're not skinny, and you need to be skinny. If you're not skinny, it's a moral failing, and you need to starve so you're not obese anymore. It's like, what the fuck? We're fucking cooked, guys. We fucked as a society. Like, we create a society full of problems, and then we blame the individual for being fucked over by those. Oh my god. For being fucked over by those problems, and it's bullshit. Because we can't accept as a society that society fucking sucks. That our country fucking sucks and is rigged against us. No, we have to gaslight ourselves into thinking it's our own damn fault and a moral failing for not fucking, you know, like, they're like, oh, you're just lazy if you sleep in, and it's like, we are, as a species, there are people that have, for lack of a better word, evolved to be, or adapted to being awake at certain times, because back when whatever, it was better to have someone awake at all times instead of no one awake at all times. You know? Like, if there's like a fucking lion attack, you want at least one guy on watch to fucking be able to wake people the fuck up about the lion. Instead of everyone just being asleep and the lion just eating everyone. Does that make sense? I mean, that clearly, like, that's not how this shit went down, but that's not, you get the idea, right? We live in a society that is based on factory work, and it's still based on factory work, especially like in regards to like how time and jobs and shit work, you know, to where everything's based on like the same time, right? Like, of when things are supposed to be, and if you're not awake and doing shit and being productive, that's a you problem, right, guys? And it's stupid. Like, why are we blaming people for natural fucking shit? What? It's like, oh, your teenagers need to sleep in more, but are more nocturnal? Why? They're so fucking lazy, guys. Why can't they fucking be awake at like 9 a.m. like everyone else? And it's like, well, they have adapted. Like, our circadian rhythm has adapted, so then if we have younger siblings, our parents can prioritize the younger siblings during those times. But no, that's not the whatever. It's a moral failing because we're so fucking lazy. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bitch? It's so stupid. We live in a society that, like, promotes bad shit and does bad shit and then gets mad at you for being fucked over by the bad shit and calls it a moral failing. Like, a lot of people who are homeless or broke have shitty diets. Why? Because that's the cheapest food they can afford. But now, like, no, we're gonna make it to where they have to do, like, fruits and veggies for their fucking snap or whatever the fuck. Because how dare they want to maximize the amount of food that they have. Because guess what? Fruits and veggies and shit, to some degree, require some level of cooking knowledge. Which a good chunk of people either don't have or don't have time for. Like, every plate and shit, like, was like, oh yeah, this takes like 30 minutes to make. It took me 2 hours for each and every single one of them. 2 fucking hours. To make one meal for 4 people. Come back. And it's like, is that really, you know, and if you're working like 2 jobs, you're not gonna have the fucking time to cook. What the fuck's it considered a moral failing for not having time to do shit when time itself has become a luxury item? Yeah. And it's bullshit that time itself has become a fucking luxury. But it is. And that's not good. But that's the kind of society we live in. To where being okay and healthy is literally a fucking luxury. And we shame people for not being that. I mean, we are, which in a way makes sense since we already, like, make being poor kind of like a moral failing or whatever. And then blame people for being poor when we live in a society that tries to extract as much money and labor out of you as possible. It's stupid and bullshit. Oh, come on. Like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, don't develop an eating disorder. Well, how do I not develop an eating disorder in a world that literally tells me that I should? Because I'm too fat. Because I have a gut. And obesity is a big killer. You don't want to be obese, do you? You're gonna have a heart attack. We're gonna bully the shit out of you because you're unhealthy. Because we think you look disgusting. Like, what the fuck? Because you don't look like a model, and you should be looking like a model. Stupid and bullshit, man. I don't know what to tell you. Come on! Do I need to drink a speed potion? What the fuck do I do with that? Oh. Whatever. Yeah, that's how I'm doing today. It's bizarre too, because it's like I'm deeply aware of the shaming and the bullshit of society that tries to force me to be these things, but I'm also a victim of these things, whether I like it or not. Whether I like it or not, I don't know how to fucking deal with the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm developing an eating disorder. What can I do about that? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. My brain's already fucked. And just, we encourage this shit, man. I don't know what to fucking tell you.